Do you feel like you're stuck in a situation and can't get out of it? How many of you feel like you're stuck in this cycle of negative events that repeat themselves over and over again? You don't know why it happens to you and you don't know how to break out of it. If you've been here, if you're currently struggling with this, we will talk about why you're stuck in this vicious cycle of negative events and how to break out of it. Hi, my name is Fawzia Lala. I'm a personal safety and empowerment coach. If you're new to this channel, I'd love to invite you to subscribe and join the family. Let's take this scenario. You date a person, you have a horrible time. He demands too many things from you that you're not comfortable with. So you finally decide you can't take it anymore and you end the relationship. Or perhaps that person ends it for you. And you move on. You date another person and this person treats you the same way your previous date did. Same uncomfortable asks, dominating behavior, controlling behavior. And no matter how hard you try, you keep dating the same kinds of people over and over again. And you wonder and start to ask, why? Why me? Why does this always happen to me? Maybe it's a work relationship. Maybe you have coworkers who are sexually harassing you or who think you're not competent at your work. You change teams within the same company. The same thing happens again with a new set of coworkers who also now think that you're not very competent at what you do. You change your jobs. You go to a new company. And this behavior from your new coworkers repeat again. Maybe you even decide to change careers entirely and decide to go from being a software engineer, let's say, to a teacher. Teaching is a noble discipline, so why not? Software world as is a sailor's world, full of crude, harsh people. So you're super excited to leave that behind. You go to your school on your first day. Several parents come up to you, they request you to start this new project. You'd be the perfect fit. You're ready to rock and roll. You're super excited. Then a senior instructor pulls you aside and says, "Hey, I'm not sure that you have the experience to lead this group." What? What just happened here? You're shocked. It's the same situation all over again. Same attitudes, same behaviors, and same comments. How do I escape this? You might start questioning yourself. You might start thinking, maybe I am incompetent. Maybe I don't deserve anything better. Maybe that's just the way it is in this country for a brown, hijabi, Muslim woman. No, it's not, and that is not true. And yes, these are situations that I have been in personally. Only when I identified something very important that I had this breakthrough moment and was able to break out of these patterns. And I'm going to share those with you today, what that idea was in just a moment. You know, we seldom pause and self-reflect. What we tend to do more often than not in any situation is self-blame or cast blame. See, people don't treat us the way we are. They treat us the way we see ourselves. The reason people treat us this poorly is that is how we perceive ourselves. What we see out there in the world is a reflection of our own beliefs. So the opportunity here is not to blame yourself for believing negatively about yourself, but in fact, to stop that negative belief in the first place. That was my breakthrough moment. I realized that all my suffering was self-inflicted. That's when I started taking steps to remove myself from negative situations and import myself into positive environments. How do you do that? By breaking patterns, internal patterns and external patterns, starting with internal first, within ourselves. Once I become a person who is strong and confident, who always speaks her mind, who is a leader, who is powerful, who only lets people treat her like a queen, then there's no way anyone can treat me horribly. There's just no way. Why? Because I'm never gonna let that happen. I'm never gonna let anybody treat me that way. That's just not who I am. So, my first priority is to become and adopt this new persona. Once I have stepped into this new reality, this new version of myself, which mind you, takes a lot of time and effort. This is not something that I did alone. I spent years training with my teachers who helped me and guided me through creating this new powerful version of myself. And I now do the same for my students. I have a 1-year black belt program where I guarantee transformation of my students' safety and empowerment in just 1 year. So understand that this takes time, effort, and a knowledgeable, powerful helping hand. Once we've embodied this new persona, it's time to make external changes. Now is the time to quit that job or relationship and give yourself a fresh start. Now is the time to find and make new friends. Remember that if you're with 9 people who think and do X, you will become the 10th person who thinks and does the same. So if your friends are disempowered, they're stuck in bad relationships, not making much progress in life, you will not be able to break through in these areas of your life. Now, I understand this is a harsh thing to say or hear or do. Change your friends. But guess what? It's the true for your friends too. They need to break up from you too. We need to disrupt our behaviors and our life to create change. Fine, maybe this is still too hard and too harsh for you, and you find this resistance in doing this, in changing friends and people in your lives. In that case, you can all work on change together. Find a coach, join a program, any program, one that calls to your heart. You do not have to do this alone. Now, in this program, you not only have a coach who can guide you through this process, you also make a new set of friends who are on the same journey as you are, maybe even much further along, so that they can guide you. They leave a resonating positive impact on you and a strong footprint for you to follow. If there are 100 people in the program who believe in themselves, who are striving for their better lives, who are actively creating positive outcomes every day, there is no way that you will be left behind. Now you've plugged yourself into this environment that will change you for the better. There is no doubt about that. There is no question about that. The real question is, what are you going to do today to break through? What are you going to do to break your negative patterns? What are you going to do to get out of your vicious cycle and step into your new life? If you'd like to take your physical safety and your mental, emotional empowerment to the next level, I have a free 1-hour masterclass for you. The link is in the description below.